Alright guys, gonna try and step it up a bit with the quality of my videos and of the sound quality as well. So what I've done is I've gone out to the local camera store and purchased the Casey Neistat Special. If you haven't seen Casey Neistat's videos, you gotta check out his vlog. Unfortunately, he just canceled it yesterday. He's moving on to bigger and better things, but he's got an amazing vlog that spans about a year and a half, and the quality is absolutely impeccable. Not that I'm going to come anywhere close to that, but I wanted to have a little bit better quality on my videos. I've taken this on as a hobby to aid my students with some of their labs, but I'm also learning a lot as I go. So, you know, I'd like to pass on that knowledge, but through better quality video and through better quality sound as well. So the Casey Neistat Special consists of the Canon EOS 70D. I purchased the EFS 10 to 18 mil lens. I got a nifty bag to go with it as well. And in addition to that, I got a 64 gig chip to go into the camera. And I went with the same microphone as he uses, the Rode microphone. I went for the higher end because I was spending all this disgusting amount of cash on a camera. Might as well go for the best microphone that I can as well. And then because my kids are probably going to be using this as well, and I don't really trust myself either, I grabbed a little cover filter so that I don't scratch the lens of the Canon 70D. Alright, I also went and built up kind of a setup like this. Let me just step back and see if I can bring everything in. So I'll put the links in for this setup here. It's very similar to what he's got set up for taking his videos overhead. So you can see that all my stuff is on my table. And you can see that while I'm videoing this, my hand is slightly shaking depending on how much coffee I've had. So there's another YouTuber, Lynn, who showed me how to set this up. And my kids and I built this up over the weekend. And it's awesome. It's got a sliding mount here, so I can slide this back and forth to get the distance, or to set up back and forth here. Then it's got big knobs here, hard to do just with one hand, but this backs off, and then I can drop this down, tighten her back up, and it uses 1/4 bolts, so that this knob right here, there we go. This guy right here is going to thread right into the back of my camera. And then I'll be able to do overhead shots, hopefully with some decent quality now. If you guys have any tips for lighting, I've been reading up a lot on lighting so far. All I've got is I've got some vellum paper on the side here. And all I've got is just a light source on the side there that is now pushing light in, so that I have minimal shadowing on the table. I'm lucky enough to have a nice window here. Just got cold yesterday, started to snow, so I've got a nice window here for good color coming in during the day. But at night, I need a little bit more help with the lighting. So if you guys have any suggestions on lighting, I'd love to hear it. Let me pause here, and then what we'll do is we'll unbox everything, and as I bring it out, I'll show you what's in each box, then we'll set everything up. Alright, let's start off with this bad boy, the Canon 70D. There we go. So when we open her up, I purchased this, if you're in the Toronto area, I purchased this from Downtown Camera. A gentleman named David helped me to figure out what exactly I needed here. And I get 20 free prints after spending over $2,000. What a deal. Okay, so, but again, awesome camera place. The place was rammed with people. It's just amazing how many people are in there, and the expertise they have is just phenomenal. So I'd highly recommend going to Downtown Camera for your photography needs. So in here, there's a manual that I will probably never read, because there are phenomenal YouTube videos that I will link below to tell myself and yourself how to calibrate the 70D. warranty, which I'll have to fill out. I went with a 3-year warranty because I don't trust myself, I don't trust my kids, so I've gone for a 3-year warranty on the camera in case I drop it. Because most likely it's going to be me dropping it rather than my kids. Alright, this is too hard to do with one hand. Give me 2 seconds and I'll pull it out. There we go. So here's the Canon 70D. I'm not going to go through all the specifics on this guy. I'm going to link some really good videos below so they can walk you through this camera. I'm a newbie. I have no idea what I'm doing so far. But if you check out the links below, you'll be able to figure out everything that this guy can do. In addition to the camera, inside the box, they've also got battery. Let's grab everything. This is in here. Cable, excellent, in the box. Gonzo. All right, so in there you get. I just went for the housing for the 70D, so I could purchase that specific lens that Casey had said he was using. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I went with what the expert is using. So it also comes with a charging port, comes with a battery. So let's take this guy out. Battery with a case on there as well. The cool thing about the case is that you can see that it's got a little battery symbol here, so you can keep track of whether the battery is charged or not when you put it into your bag. So blue would be charged, and if you flip it around and click it in, then you can see that focus, there we go, that black would mean that this guy's dead and I need to power this guy up. Okay, so battery, you can get additional batteries as well. I'm just going to go for the one because I'm going to do just short videos and then charge back up over the day. Comes with a nifty strap as well, and this guy is capable of doing Wi-Fi, so you can do Wi-Fi transfer of your files, but it also provides you with a USB charging cable as well. So in that box I've got the camera charging, I've got the battery, I've got a strap, and I got a cable to go to my computer. Awesome. Okay. In addition to that, I purchased an awesome lens. So let me pull that guy out, and I'll show that one to you. Okay, so the lens is a Canon. I'll just flip her over here. Canon EFS 10 to 18 mils. And let's just open this guy up, and I'll show you quickly how to connect it to the camera and get rocking and rolling. All right, so we got her out now. So this lens will go with that body and hopefully provide me with phenomenal video from now on. So the way that this guy connects in is you have to remove this back portion of the lens. Again, very hard to do just with one hand. That's why I'm looking forward to having the overhead camera going on. Let me pause for 2 seconds. Okay. Remove this protective housing on the back, then remove this guy off of your 70D. Careful not to put your fingers into the mirror like my kids do as soon as I pull out something expensive. And then for this guy, it takes two different lenses, or two different styles of lenses. You can see here that it has that white square there. So the white square is going to line up, and then by twisting, let's see if I can do this with one hand. By twisting, hang on, 2 seconds. Beauty. By twisting, it'll lock into place, and then you're ready to rock. Okay, you can take this on and off. I've got a protective lens that I'm going to put on here just so I don't scratch this guy, so that if I do drop it or scratch it, I'm going to end up scratching the protective lens rather than this bad boy right here. Excellent. So that's my camera setup. Next thing is to grab the SD card and throw it in there and fire up the camera. Okay, so to open up the SD card mount, you pull back on this, and it just pops out with the spring, and then you can grab your card. Now I've been told to get a stick that's better than the camera. So that way, if there's any lag, the lag will be based off of the camera's capabilities rather than the stick. So I went with a 64 gig high-speed stick. Okay, so this guy just goes in. It's hard to make out right here, but there is an embossed symbol right here that tells you how to put your card in. On the side here, there's an annoying, let me just zoom in here. So there's this annoying little thing right here, so that when you're putting it in, it may slide over and lock on you, and then you won't be able to get or put any additional pictures onto the stick. So you may want to glue that in place before you throw it in there. So this guy just goes in like a so. Easy now. There you go, just clicks in, then you close this bad boy up, and then all we have to do is just put the battery in and we are ready to rock. The battery does not come charged when you get it out of the box. So first thing you need to do is, eager as you are to get this guy fired up, you're going to have to plug the charger into the wall and charge this guy up to full charge. And make sure it's a full charge because obviously if you want to get the full life out of the battery, then you want to fully charge it the first time that you're using it. Okay, so this guy now just pops into here, so there's a little flap here you can pull back, and then you drop your battery like a so. It just clicks in, this guy goes over, clicks, and we are ready to rock and roll. Turn this guy on. There we go. We're fired on now, and the beauty of this guy is that it has this awesome LCD screen on the back here. So you can view all of your shots that you're taking, or if you've got like an overhead camera setup that I'm hoping to set up, then you can pivot this and be able to see your screen and not have to look through the viewfinder. Awesome. Okay, next thing I need to grab is my protective filter for the front of the camera. So I went with this protective filter, and again, I've been told by the experts that I could go for a lower quality protective filter, but then I'm actually going to you'll probably be able to see the fact that it has a cover on the lens. So you just want it there in case you bash it, but when you're filming, you obviously don't want to be able to discern whether there is a cover on there or not. Okay, so this guy just threads onto the front of the camera, and obviously I have no idea what I'm doing yet because I've never put this on. So give me 2 seconds to figure out how this guy goes on here, and then I'll show you. Okay, beauty. So this guy just basically just threads on. There's a couple threads here, and you just back it off a little bit, tighten her up. Excellent. Now we're ready to rock. All right, last thing I need is the microphone. And before I get to the microphone, I was nervous that this protective cover wouldn't go on, but it seems to engage nicely. Come on. Hard with one hand. But it just engages nicely and then stays on there. So I went with the Rhodes microphone. And I went with the Video Mic Pro. So let's get this guy open and take a look at what's inside. So again, I went with the Rhodes Video Mic Pro. So let's open this guy up and see what's inside. Okay, so it looks like it comes with a manual, a mount for the top of the camera, and then a cord to connect into your microphone on the 70D. So my hope is that, like with this video right here, I'm just doing it on my cell phone, and there's probably some echoes that are happening as I'm talking. So I'm hoping that by using something decent like this, it'll get rid of those echoes with this nice foam cover, and give me, hope it'll make my, my voice sound sexier. Okay, so all you have to do is just take this. It's got the camera mount on the bottom. Should be able to just slide this guy in there. There we go. Then we can tighten this up on the bottom. And then once I find the microphone jack, I should be able to plug this bad boy in. Beauty. So microphone jack is on the other side. Should just be able to pop this guy open. There's an annoying flap that's there. And then just have to take this guy, jam it into here, and then we are ready to rock. And everything works nicely. I mean, I'm able to do most of the stuff just one-handed. And there is a gorgeous setup right there. Let's get the box out of the way. There we go. There is my gorgeous new setup. Cost me an arm and a leg. Hopefully it gives better quality videos. I got a sporty little bag to go with it as well. So take a look at my previous videos, and then from here on in, hopefully we'll have some better quality video and better quality sound going forward.